Alright, hello everybody. Gonna get started as per usual. Just make sure that everything is up and running as it should. I'm able to see chat and comments, and I'm pretty excited about today's stream. Sorry, let's go ahead and get in here. I'm already in the game, as you can see. Oh, hey, Murphin, welcome in. Glad to see you. Alright, let's save that. Yeah, so I already got the game loaded. Pretty excited about today's stream. We are going to continue off the vehicle that we built last time. The first episode, we just kind of played around and then made something different in this last episode, but this vehicle that we see here is actually pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. It has taken me a little bit longer to get started. A lot of other stuff ended up getting in the way, but nonetheless, I'm here now. Thank you, thanks for the patience. Alright, let's see where we're at right now. I want to... I've got a couple things... Oh, is my screen correct? Yeah, alright, looks fine. I've got a couple things that I need to work on today as far as I want to get this thing submersible, as well as... what's this one? I was thinking about trying to maybe make a little mini-copter in it, a little personal vehicle for a Kerbal to sit in that could possibly attach to the top of this or something. Or maybe in a little cargo bay on the inside. I have to see. We've got a lot of electric charge. Where are you? Here you are. We've got a lot of electric charge, so... yeah, 16,000. That's quite a bit. So we should be able to do quite a bit with that. Yeah. I'm just kind of taking a quick peek over all the pieces, see if there's anything we want to do. I'm going to just take this out for a quick test ride. I want to see how far it goes. I know we did that a little bit last time, but I'm just going to do a simulation. I don't want it to... just in case. But I know we kind of did... we got to see how far it went out last time, but I want to go over land. This time we went over the ocean before, and it's like, oh, you know, it's good. It makes half the... half of it, half the ocean, but... change it off the stream? What do you, I'm not sure if I'll... Oh, you're saying, to build it off stream? I don't know, I kind of wanted to keep the footage all together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this turned around. We're going to go... ooh, come back. We're gonna fly off this direction and see how far it goes for a second. No, I didn't touch this since leaving. Come on. Let me just turn it around. Yeah, no, I haven't touched this since turning off stream yesterday. Did you head out before I finished? That may be where the difference is, because I put these engines on at like, oh, okay, the very last, like the last like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere around there. Oh, I don't, the audio sounds great, cool, excellent, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't, I didn't build after I left. Not planning on hovering upside down, but after my, series in KSP, I took this over to Lathe, and we ended up in a situation where we flipped upside down, but we were on the water, and so we just had our upwards facing. We had these basically, and so it kept us hovering, and it kept us hovering enough that we were able to kind of lift off and then flip over and then come back down and land. So we'll be able to do this even on land too. So yeah, it's one of the tactics. Welcome in, Beaks. Good to see you again. Let's get a little bit higher. I'm sure I could probably get better efficiency, a better flight drag profile. Excuse me, still getting myself moderately caffeinated. Okay. Yeah, so there are cheats for infinite fuel, no mods. I don't know what it would be on Xbox though. I know on PC it's Alt and F12, and you have this console menu, and then you can bring up the cheats here, as well as some other stuff. But I'm not sure what it would be on Xbox. Yeah, so if I were to have, so we've got a ton of electric charge. I don't know that I want to lose any of that. But I also like the low profile that we have and the thin body, so I don't know that I want to extend it out very much farther. But we also don't exactly need the drill. Oh, you do have a mouse and keyboard. Oh, okay, so it's Alt F12. Yeah, that's the shortcut. Yeah, so if there was a way that we could just keep this kind of a little bit more in the positive. Yeah, it has to be during. Oh no, I think you can do it at any time. I think you can do it at the VAB, or in the, not in the VAB. I think you can do it in the KSP proper. But I actually have a couple mods that will make the submersible part a little easier. The actual hard part is balancing it so you don't sink entirely down to the bottom. You can just kind of float mid-level. Alright, yeah, so this half charge so far has taken us pretty far. Oh, I forgot that it's this way. Look at that trajectory, that's pretty fun. So if I lower my throttle, can we cruise a little bit, lose a little less? Gives us a little bit better intake. Interesting. Starting to slow our speed though. Steel girders. Yeah, in KSP the natural, or like the default is to float, even if it's like hugely, like this huge rocket, its default is to float. You actually have to do some things to force it to sink. I've got a couple mods I'll show you. One of them is called Moist. I think that's the one that we're going to end up using. There's a couple other boat and submarine mods that I have that I'm going to use whatever works, whatever ends up being most appropriate. This is kind of fun, actually, just cruising this high up. don't know, I feel like it's less of a challenge when you're just being able to fly all the way up here. It may even be like a speed run. But I have a feeling we are going to be crashing out here pretty soon. Not enough electric charge. What about first game? What do you mean, first game? This, as far as like KSP 1, this is KSP 1. I know it doesn't look like it, but... Alright, wow, that's... So that was quite the distance, yeah, so... Okay, yeah, no, so it's right, it goes this way, that way, that way. And so for this one, our first monument is going to be across there and then over here. Oh, right in time, right when our engines are about to... Oh, one engine died before the other one did. That's interesting. Alright, let's just go ahead and just cancel that because this is... that was messing us up. Alright, so we are going to be dropping like a stone here. And yeah, we'll see how well we can do as far as controlling ourselves on that on this descent. And we're getting a little bit of our electric charge back, which is nice. Ooh, I wonder if we could actually get enough electric charge in our free fall to kind of power ourselves out of our free fall once we get lower. Interesting. This is turning out to be an interesting craft. Again, apologies for not having like music of some sort of like playlist or whatever, but this ultimately will help me once I turn this into a video, not having the extra audio. Wow, look at that. Look at how much we've got, like almost actual power again. Like the amount of flight we can actually get from this is pretty good. Oh, nice, congratulations. I'm not even holding on anything. I'm just letting it cruise down, and it's just stable. Okay, so now let's kill the time warp. Actually, let's bring the time warp back. Alright. Turn our engines back on, kind of get ourselves in a more forward-facing area. Actually kind of come down here. We're gonna cruise on top of the water surface for a little bit. I'll tell you in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and kill our throttle. Infinite propellant. That's what it's called. That's the infinite fuel. And touchdown. And so if we just go ahead and throw that. Oh no, that's not good. That was not good at all. Oh, see here, this is exactly why. This is exactly why upside down hover is necessary. The cheats menu. Yeah. So once you open it up, it'll start you off with the console. Come down here to cheats. And it's just in the main cheat. There you go. Yeah, right? It's good stuff though. Alright, so you just do one of these. And then you just do one of those. Oh no. Okay. Wrong key. Press the wrong key. There we go. Something's off. I feel like something's not working correctly. But see, this is good stuff to figure out now. Yeah. But, you know, that's alright. I mean, you know, helping out people is always good. I should be making a video talking about RSS Reborn, but that will have to come sooner than now, or later than now. But yeah, I don't mind helping out fellow Kerbal knots. Okay, so if we just lower our throttle a little bit. We lower our throttle just enough to go forward, and yes, we can. Look at this. We're actually gaining our electricity, but we're also pushing forward. We're slowing down, but that's fine. And let's say, let's see how long it takes to get to that side. Crank just a little bit up. Alright, yeah, so now we're increasing our speed, but we're also increasing our electricity. SAS when? Oh, welcome in. Hampton Kerbin. No SAS because we've got, oh, RCS is on. We've got our fly-by-wire going. So that's handling that, and it toggles off our SAS. Yeah, so as we're actually gaining electricity, we're gonna physics warp. That's a little dangerous. Physics warp more. Oh wait, you know what? Let's aim for something. Desert launch site. There we go. And that would be where? Desert airfield? Why aren't you showing on map? Oh, there you are. Okay. Alright, you know what? We have enough speed we can actually lift off. Oh wow, we can lift off and gain battery as long as our throttle is down enough. Let's go ahead and kill that. This is pretty crazy, and you know, we can stay airborne at 60 some odd meters. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna speed up just a little bit to gain a little more control. Oh, stop. Don't do that. Don't bring up menus I don't want. Alright, see? So it's, bring yourself up a little bit, gain altitude. Yeah, still gaining electricity, so yeah, welcome in, Hampta. We are attempting to, well, we're going to create the vehicle that will be attempting to do the Around the World Challenge. I've done this once before, but we're going to be doing it in the reverse direction and with complete collisions on basically everything, rocks, trees, all that. So it's going to be a much different event than last time, because last time we were able to kind of just drive straight through the trees because they didn't have collision. Parallax didn't have that that ability at the time. I don't know why that's not going, so I'm gonna just place my own right there, apply, save, choose, and oh, why don't I have the heading? Why is that? Where is points to display, active. It's weird that it's not showing my data. Did it move to a different place? I don't think so. Alright, so let's just kind of point ourselves more towards the target. And then once again lift up a little bit. Okay. Oh, there we go. So I had to reset the display position. It was just apparently off. So now can we just go to the desert airfield? Yes, we can. Perfect. Because I'd rather do desert airfield than some random spot on the map. Alright. So this is actually kind of a good test because this POI is actually really easy to find, really easy to get to. It's just cruising over the ocean until you get to the other continent and then going through the desert. So I don't mind doing this one early, and it's a good test of our longevity because apparently we're going to need that first. In the previous attempt, we didn't need to worry about that kind of long flight, you know, covering the large swaths of distance until the end because I was just exhausted by that point. But yeah, this huge ocean right here. Hold on, actually it's easier to show on the map. Yeah, so looking at the left side of the map, that big wide ocean, those long stretches of things from the South Pole over to the left and all that was just a boring journey. Just a hugely mind-numbingly long journey, and I was doing it all with helicopters. Oh, good luck, Murphin. I wish you well on your moonshot. But yeah, doing it with helicopters means you can't. Oh, excuse me. Means you can't physics warp like this, and we should actually do that. I'm sorry about the opening of my drink. I didn't expect that to be so loud. Yeah, we're still gaining electricity. We're basically flying for free. So cheating. But I mean, this is the OPT engine, and it is bigger than this. It's scaled down, so it is cheating. You know, it's not basic. Oh, look at that. But yeah, I'm excited to get this submerged. Oh, so that's the other thing. Part of our visiting every POI challenge is that we have to take the same craft to visit all the same places, or you know, the same series of craft. It can be modular, and so it has to be capable of land, sea, and air travel. And it has these little hover end. Oop. I probably shouldn't try to angle my flight while physics warping. It has the little hover engines, but so technically it can go across the water, like, because we're gonna need to, as you saw, we're gonna need to land on the water and do some traveling that way. We've got a lot of water that we're going to need to deal with, which is why we had that as part of the first one. But I didn't exactly like the idea of that being the only way of it boating, so we're going to need to get a boat engine on here of some sort. And if we're going to boat, we might as well go underneath the surface because it's much more efficient to go, I mean, just slightly under the surface, so it's not the choppy waves. Yeah, so we're going to work on making it submersible. So it's capable of land. You know, you got your wheels. It's capable of land, but it's capable of flight. Clearly, doing very well. But after that, we just oh, there it is. I mean, if you're going to go to the moon and anything, you should go in a lander. But then after that, you know, if you're going to go to the moon and anything, should go in a rocket. But after that, if you're going to go to the moon or anything, I mean, a plane's not a bad third option, isn't it? All right. It might not look like you do, but I think you might. I think it's just a thing of like, once it runs out, it just continues to go. But I'm not sure. Well, I don't think this was supposed to be a test of how far it can go. You know, before it had to, before it basically failed and had to be refueled, or, you know, was dead in the water or whatever. But I don't know. I might be like, we could probably circumnavigate the globe. Obviously not, because it's gonna land. It's gonna get into the darkness. Hey, congratulations on orbit. Yeah, so obviously we won't be able to circumnavigate the globe because it will run into darkness, and at that point the electricity will drop out and it will have to stop. Unless we came up with a way to produce the electricity while there was no solar power, but. Yes, as far as you would like, as far as your little heart desires, is what it should say on the tin. Oh, look at that! We're just cruising. I think we're gonna land on the surface once we get to the desert and drive around for a little bit. Maybe see how it functions as a car, because yeah, I mean, flying is easy. We could definitely complete this challenge by flying from place to place, but I don't know that that is 64 RTGs. I bet that was a very warm craft for those Kerbals. Alright, so we're actually over here. I'm gonna kill out a time warp a little bit. Just angle ourselves ever so slightly. Then I don't have the map. I don't have the scan set. We'll probably end up doing that later, but we're gonna have our map up here, which will show us all of our different waypoints and where to go from there with our. Where is our information? What, this challenge that I'm doing now? I mean, I'm not going to have any cheats on here. Yeah, I'm not going to do any kind of like indestructible or infinite fuel or anything. But the objects I'm going to be using, like the parts I'm going to use, are a little cheaty, but they are definitely just mods. I feel like you know, it's fair. But if you're saying try to do this in stock, yeah, that would be a challenge. I would need to learn how to make a stock VTOL. Oh, the fuel. It's because these engines run on electricity only. They don't actually require fuel. I don't even have any fuel on me. All right, let's go ahead and cruise down to. Yeah, that's why I kept getting so baffled. Is because I was expecting the engines to take more, and at full power, like, you know, at full power they do take more energy than it produces. So that's why I was like, oh, let's see how far we go. But then I realized if I just don't go full power the entire time, it ends up producing more electricity than it takes, which was surprising. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna be looking at this challenge in many different ways. I need to find out the best way. I obviously don't want to make, you know, something so easy that it doesn't produce much of a challenge, but you will see here in a second why flying is only one part of the option, or one part of the aspect, or the challenge of this, because it is actually the navigation's part that's going to be... Alright. Yeah, so I changed the collisions, and so I believe these cacti are going to be a problem. Oh, just come on, just get straight. Alright, we'll see. Hit. Oh! Oh, yeah, that was bad. What did that knock off? Oh, what did it knock off? Oh, the radiator. MTS, okay. Oh, yep, there we go. Yeah, see, this is where the challenge is going to be different this time around. This is why I kind of wanted to do it again, is because I had mentioned several times. Oh, we're going this way. I mentioned several times while I was doing the first one that if collision ever came to these objects, that it would be impossible. And because I'm just like, what did I hit? Did I hit the grass? Yeah. I did. The grass is collision. Oh, that's not okay. Well, that's a little too much collision. That should not be. That's a little ridiculous. Hold on. So that is collision level. Oh, absolutely everything, including foliage. No, we don't want foliage. Small rocks are fine. There we go. Alright. Save changes. Alright, so it will take until the next game load to change that. Wait, is it just the save file, or is it the full game? Restart, okay. There we go. Yeah, because hitting grass, this is ridiculous. That's funny. Alright. Nonetheless, I think this is a good enough place to end this test, because those checking out. There we go. Actually, hold on. Let's test the ability to cover from this. Yeah, so the tail fin hits a little hard. Oop, and we're dead. So the tail fin hits a little hard when upside down. It's actually just kind of funny to look. Got no control here. And you know what? Because of the fact that it has so much solar power, it might just do this. Like, oh no, never mind. Yeah, it might just do this for until nighttime. Oh. Okay, no, it's destroying itself. Oh, that's not the way to go. Okay, all right, let's get out of here. It's all a dream, just one big old simulation. All right, all right. I am pretty freaking happy with that. I'll tell you that much. All right, so what do we do now? Do we make it submersible? Okay, I'll let you guys figure out which one we work on. Do I work on making this submersible, or do I work on making the the little personal mini copter thing? It's actually going to be probably more like a jetpack, but. Oh, I've got a motorcycle starting up outside, so apologies for the noise. Yeah, I would have to restart the. I have to restart the whatchamacallit, the game for that, and then I'll probably end up having to leave you guys hanging for a little bit while it reloads. So maybe I will do that once it's time to get a refill on my coffee. But for now, yeah. But for now, I'm going to work on something without the collisions being necessary. Let's see. One of the things that I really am hesitant about is losing the balance on this craft, because that was kind of pretty perfect. Yeah, because I don't want to make this super large. I could lose some of the electricity, but that does give me more longevity in the dark periods. That's great. I'm glad that it adds to it. Okay, you know what? Don't save. Landshark 2. Let's just work on making it submersible. Let's do submersible before we do the little personal copter thing. Alright, so what is it? Do we have an option here? Tundra, scan set, lights, rovers, light support. It's called Moist. The Moist is the name of the mod. Yeah, and so these are probably the engines that we're gonna want. But the thing is adding engines onto here now means that it becomes it possibly becomes off balanced. It changes the weight distribution, all sorts of stuff. So that's just clipping. I mean, I think that's where it's meant to go, but that's just straight up clipping into the thing. What does that require? Electric charge. All right, so that one only requires electric charge as well. Yeah, at one point it ended up being where this entire vehicle started becoming electric powered only, and so I'm kind of leaning towards that. Is that going to be enough? Okay, we also need a ballast of some sort. Where's the center? There we go. Right about there. Now a little further up. Yeah, so hopefully, if this is the part that I remembered, because it has been a little bit, all I need to do is shoot, this might not be the part that I remembered. No. It's not. I don't think it is anyways. Liquid intake. Yeah, we're gonna have to probably look through the parts a little bit more. Let's just see. Oh, shoot. Let's just see how it does. And we will, yeah, we'll see how the engine does on the water and see if there's any options on the ballast that allows us to control it, or if it's a different part that I need that I just wasn't remembering. But yeah. I still haven't even really tested the drill yet, but actually kill these engines. Let's drive our way over there. So this engine wasn't starting. What is it? Oh, it's liquid deprived. Okay. Wonder if there's a way that we can hit the action group to turn off these controls. So I believe doing that causes drag. Let's see. Does that cause drag? Not exactly. Not exactly. I'm trying to, you know, drive it forward, and I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive there. Let's see how it handles the slope at speed. Oh, not. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, because the grass is super grass. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to get to the ocean, guys. All right. Screw it. Yeah, because of the grass is freaking out. And there we go. Okay, hold on. Like that. Alt F12, set position, use middle mouse, over there, set the position. Okay, still not good enough. Middle mouse, set position. Alright. Whew. Yeah, that thing was not happy on the grass. So let's go ahead and drop it down. There we go. I just wanted a test. Alright, so we're gonna need to shut down all engines. We're gonna turn this one on. And now it doesn't have, where is it? Status, no resource available, flame out, liquid intake deprived. Now what about this? Can't do anything. Oh. Okay, so it is getting liquid. Okay, so let's get a liquid intake on here. And then it might, but I feel like it's not going to be a good boat because that engine, I think, needs to be below the water. Obviously, makes sense. So I feel like we need to get below the water for it to work. So let's get rid of that. I feel like it's going to be under utility. So let's look around for a little bit. Give me a second. Liquid intake, Mach 2. Okay. So I think this might actually be all that we need. This one right here. But it's a matter of balancing it? Oh no. No, there's more to do than just that thing, if I remember correctly. It's just been so long. Let's try this one. Save lunch. And we're just gonna fly to the water instead of trying to drive there. That makes more sense. Oh man, yeah. So pretty excited about this challenge. So I get to do it. I think. Well, I am going to be doing it on stream. And then so that means that I get to enjoy the journey with some of y'all. Ooh, too overpowered. Come on, I'm just trying to stop. Okay, you know what? I should have just done this from the get-go. Oh, did I? You know what? I'm just gonna invert it. But yeah, so I'm going to be, driving as I did, going very fast across, seeing some stuff. But when I was doing the challenge the first time, occasionally I would see like interesting things where it's like, oh, that would be really cool to look at, excuse me. It'd be really cool to look at and take a little side trip over to see, but it's like, well, I have to kind of focus on the mission at hand. There's killing time. If I do that, it's a waste of time, especially if it's nothing interesting, if I end up ruining my craft. And so all sorts of reasons why not to do it. Okay, so that flips no matter what. Interesting. Weird. Anyways, so that actually may be something I need to look into right there, but I'm not entirely sure what that indicates. Huh. Got distracted. Yeah, something's off balance here. Oh, the engine. The engine changed things. I didn't check out my center of lift since that. Oh god, that was stupid. Okay. Yeah, so I probably need to adjust that. I should just I killed my throttle early thinking that it would be fine. I could just cruise over to the water. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's terrible. Because of that engine. And what's our... Okay, well, our balance isn't too far off, so that, at least there's that. Alright, well, that is stable. So let's leave that. Let's put this on an action group. Got absolutely no action group set up yet. Alright. Toggle intake and exhaust ballast. Why not? I was winning. Welcome in, Wubble Bubble. I was winning, and then suddenly I forgot to check, rudimentary things like center of lift, center of mass. But we're working there. We're getting back there, and so now we're gonna check to see if I can actually make this into a submarine, because that's what I've been trying to do. But then I got caught up. I also need to restart the game so my grass isn't made out of plutonium, apparently. But we'll be doing that in a little bit once I get coffee. Just take a short little 5-minute break, get the thing restarted. Yeah, that is off balance. Don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it into place. I don't really want to mess around right there. I just want to see if it works. There you go. Okay. So if I hit 1. Okay. So exhaust the ballast. It doesn't do anything. Open, close vents. Okay. So it's got liquids. So shut down these engines. Shut down all engines. Activate this engine. And so it has no resources available. Yeah, so if this... Okay, so if the engine itself dips low enough into the water, then it works. So all I need to do is get this below the water. Alright, and so this is not working the way that I thought it would. Okay, that's fine. Avert the flight. Yeah, submarines are a little difficult. They're pretty tricky. They can be easy with the right mod, but I don't remember which mod it was. And I feel like when I did, it was actually a couple different mods that I used together. So it's not that. Would it be ground? I don't think it'd be ground, right? Do we have an extra spot for it? No. No, okay. Oh, balloons. I forgot we had curb balloons. No, I don't want to deal with any of that. Where would the balance... Oh, command and control might be where it is. That makes sense. Air brakes. Oh, what does that air brake look like? Yeah. CS, helicopter parts. We'll probably want a bon voyage on this if we make the separate things, but not for right yet. Fly-by-wires avionics hub might help. Where are my submarine parts? Definitely not structural, right? Was it a matter that I had to fill the tank? Let's see. Rocket fuel, spaceplane fuel, jet fuel, monopropellant, xenon, argon, lithium, nuclear, mount intake, cables. Harvesting. Miscellaneous. So it might be under miscellaneous, actually. Ballast. Adds protection to your underwater craft and a centralized ballast. So it's not exactly what I needed then. Drop tank. Drop tank. Liquid fuel mount? No. Sorry for just kind of muttering at myself right now. I'm just when you're trying to find a part and you just can't find it, it's so frustrating. Payload maybe. No. Electric communication science cargo maybe? No. Missing. No. Utility. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to see, what's it, just a regular fuel tank. Just one of these. Fuel type. No, not one of those. All right. Well, shoot. There was like a singular part. It had a toggle on it. If you toggled it on, it dropped. It started sucking in water, and that brought you underneath. Robotics? No. Wait. No. Turbine. Yeah, none of this is what I need. Cables and harpoons, wheels, intakes. Power I need, liquid. Variable power ballast control system is better than previous, so maybe I just had the wrong one. Toggle mode. Let's try that. And you know what? Let's save this. Let's bring it over to this editor and let's launch from... I don't have it unlocked. Dang it. Alright. Oh well. There's a different launch site that is directly attached to the water, so I didn't even have to cheat it, but that's not going to help. Should I just unlock it? I could probably just unlock it real fast. It's pretty easy. Yeah, why not? Let's unlock it. I'll show you something. If you guys don't know about this, it's pretty cool. Let's turn these on. Let's shut down that. Let's turn this, and that. Alright. Yeah, why is it going that far? So if we let's just turn that down a little bit. Just for now. But yeah, so there is another launch site for rockets, but it's also really useful for boats. Oh yeah, that's right, this isn't balanced very well. It's really close by, but you have to visit it in order to unlock it, in order to use it, and to launch from it. But it's very helpful if you can get it, and especially early on. If you're, or just especially if you're going to work with any kind of water-based anything. All right, so let's just go ahead and open our map. Oh, that's actually kind of annoying because the clouds are in the way. It's like right there. It's like right there. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly there, unlock it real fast, land in the water, do my test, and then come back. Because I have a feeling that this test is not going to go well anyways. But unlocking that launch site will make the next test easier because then I can just launch straight to the water. It's fun. This is gonna be a fun journey. We need to get some cameras on here so that way whoever's sitting in this one has something a little bit more interesting to look at. I love IVA mode. Absolutely love IVA mode. What do you mean? What do you mean our electric charge isn't going down? Did we hit the cheat by accident? No, we don't. Cheat's not active. Is it just? Oh, it's because my throttle is low enough. If I were to crank it up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it was just I was at the sweet spot, basically. Okay. I was gonna say, these engines are a little, a little crazy, a little cheaty, but you know what? It's part of it. I don't care. I've unlocked it. I kind of love the idea of a fully electric vehicle, because also the challenge is not just getting there, but the personal challenge of enduring that much of a journey. The first one took me like 90 hours, so I like lost my mind by the end of it. I didn't even want to look at another Kerbal for a while. It was a little bit fortuitous because I finished that challenge and put out the video right at the end of August, or at the end of September, and so I was able to just take a quick little hiatus for a month to play some horror games for the month of October. Oh, did I not do the right one? I don't think I did the right one. So I believe that is over this way. Yeah, look at this. It's just flying for free. I don't understand. Maybe I'll find something a little bit. The thing is like, this is a benefit, yes, but the moment the sun goes down, like, I'm not going to be able to do much. Also, there's a lot of places where flying is only going to be partially feasible. I think I might have missed it. Did I go to the wrong place? Or is it? It might be here. It's one of these little coves. Go ahead and physics warp our way over. Oh, there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. It's fun to get our eyes on it. Alright, and you'll see somewhere up here, once you get close enough to it, you also have to fly a little low, or you can land there. You can either, boat there, fly there, land there, whatever. But you have to go low if you fly. And you'll see somewhere around here, just look at the top. Once we get close enough, you'll see the notification that we've unlocked it. Oh, flying low enough to see some foliage. There you go. You found the Cove launch site. You can now deploy craft from here. Check it out on the VAB and stuff. Alright. And because this is not a simulation, once we recover our craft, as long as we don't revert to anything, we'll have fully unlocked that. Alright. Just cruise on over. And bring ourselves down. Love this FX, Kerbin FX. Very well done. Subtle, beautiful. Sometimes that's it's the best thing, the best way to do it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put on our hover engines. Let's kill our flight engines. Shut down all engines here. We're going to activate this engine here. We'll just physics warp our way until we kind of slow ourselves down. Having some air brakes on this would be good. I think that should be something that we do next, because yeah, we have like no way of slowing this down once we're cruising. Yeah, we're good. Look at this. It's just taking us forever. At 4 times physics warp, it's taking us forever to slow down. We can kind of shimmy our way, but it's not great. I feel like if I drop right now, it might be too fast. But we'll try it. Drop. Slow down. There we go. Whew, alright. Alright, so now let's test it. So, activate. Is that right? Nope. Motorcycle is coming on right when I start submersion. Okay, alright, so that allows us to, that's nice. That allows us to, dip down and jump up. Oh, that's fun. I'm not even doing any of this. I just let the throttle up and it's doing this move naturally. This is just what it wants to do. You know what? I don't mind it. Yep, and then we just do a little dip. Alright, I need to figure out something else for this. This is not what we need to do. This is just too good. Alright, so let's go ahead and recover this. That was fun. Alright. That was funny. But yeah, we need to find a way to just get ourselves to just sink underneath and stay underneath. And that's something. Alright. Oh, they got awards for all that. 4 Gs, Splash down in water. Distance record greater than 10 kilometers. Faster 100. We've done so many more things than that, but nice. All right. So let's take a quick look at our settings. Tessellation's fine. That's fine. Density multiplier. Let's actually drop our density down. It will make it a little bit easier of a challenge, but it's okay. 0.5, just half the density that we have normally. Collision level, everything reasonable, including small rocks. 2 is by default. I think with default, I did end up going through a couple of the trees. So we'll have to see how small rocks handles, but let's keep that there. Light shadows. Alright, we'll save that. Alright, yeah, I'm going to make myself some coffee. I'm going to take a quick step aside. We're going to reload the game. Let's go ahead and save so that way those collisions are taken care of. And then we're going to keep going. I've got a little bit more time left. And then so let's put this map up instead of the kind of like a be right back screen like this. Oh, that's all out of whack. Instead of something like that, put this up while the game restarts. And I'll put on a little bit of music that I have the rights to, so it's not going to matter with the stream. And I will be seeing y'all soon. Alright, let's get everything started. So let's go ahead and quit our Kerbal, and then we will get the music going, and I'll be right back. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and I will be seeing you soon. Thank you for sticking by and staying around. I'm just going to open all of these. And shuffle. That's not terribly loud. Alright, I will be back, and I'll be back soon. Thank you very much, and I'll see you. Alright, so I am back. The game's still loading, as you can probably see at the top. But I'm gonna just take this time to relax a little bit, take a look at this map, get an idea of what I want to do, so I'll just let you know whenever it's ready. Alright. Yeah, it was about to go all wonky with the songs. It's a good thing I stopped it when I did. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into the game, get back into the... Oh, not there. Into the swing of things. Oh, I should have looked up which part that was. Didn't think about that. I could have looked in CCAN before loading the game. Could have looked into CCAN to see which one it was, but oh well. Do need to figure this out at some point. I think that the captain's log could be pretty interesting and powerful on our journey. I think we're gonna go to this one first no matter what. Alright, so thank you all for being patient with me while I got my coffee and reloaded the game. I appreciate it. I typically don't like taking breaks or stepping aside for very much. You know, I don't like leaving y'all hanging, so I typically don't, so I appreciate y'all still being here when I do. Okay, one thing I want to do, get a freaking camera on here. Like... The fact that we don't have a camera yet is a little ridiculous. Alright. So one right in the front. And probably one backwards. Just to see behind us. Yeah. And then maybe one directly downwards. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so now we also need. So that was enough to bring us down, pretty much. But I don't know that. So now we need to get a part to make us sink, and then I think we're pretty much set. I think we're pretty good. Alright, so let's figure this out. Cargo is not it. Science. No. I'm just gonna go through all of them. No point in not. Yeah, none of that. Yeah, none of that. Although we probably do need some radiators at some point here, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Alex, screwdriver. No. Keep clicking out of the screen. There we go. Intakes. Yeah, none of this is going to be what I need, I don't think. Oh yeah, we did say we want to put air brakes on here. Yeah, I think that will actually be good. Even extended. I think that won't interfere. That's good. I always like having them on both sides for balance. So let's just do 2 of these. And we can keep one there. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. These are wings, don't need any of that. I have a feeling it's like there's just like a tank, like a specific one singular part that has the ability to be loaded with water. I think that's what it is. Water. Oh my god, did I just literally find it right now just by... Well, that's huge. Water ballast tank. Alright, so this off. Ballast water. Compressed air. Okay. Maybe we put this on the edges. Feel like... No. Okay, so center mass is kind of back here. I don't know if we're going to need this intake valve then. You know, let's take it off for now. I do think we're going to need this one, but... actually, let's just take this off. Alright. Save. And then this is what I wanted to take advantage of for that launch pad. So if we come down here, we can now launch from the Cove launch site. You do have to do it from the VAB as opposed to the spaceplane hangar. You can't launch from the spaceplane hangar because technically it's a rocket pad, not a airstrip. All right. And say, look, check this out. If you want to do any kind of boat testing or whatever, just all you need to do is get yourself something to splash down in the water, and you're good. Let's get ourselves out to sea a little bit more. I do think we're going to need to adjust these waves at some point, but I don't know which one that is. I think it might be Eve. Yeah, it's quite loud too. Let's see, is it Eve that does the water? It's Cloud Manager, Cloud Painter, Rate March, Atmosphere, Droplets, Lightning, Particle, Wet Surfaces? Is it Wet Surfaces? Terrain. No, this is Shadow Manager, Suit Lights Manager, Terrain, Texture Clouds. No, so it's not Eve. So was it Parallax? I didn't think it was Parallax. I gotta figure out what is controlling. Oh, this was something. That's right. This was a mod that just adjusts the buoyancy of the entire craft entirely. Is this how that does? Yeah, so I mean, this does feel a little cheaty because it's not exactly it's not like building on the craft. This is just a mod to control the buoyancy. It's also not doing anything here. So, no, not gonna do that. Well, you know, that's a good example of how you can easily do a submarine. Okay, so, but what we are gonna do is Empty this tank. What are you not doing? What do you need? Why won't you do not oh, maybe because it doesn't have a vent? Okay, ballast tank, ballast water, intake liquid. Alright, let's go ahead and just bring that back. Scatterer! You're right. I think you are absolutely right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about scatter. Okay. Oh, well, perfect. I meant to revert that to VAB, but this will work. So where is my scatterer? Can't remember what that one looked like. Oh, that's fun. Stage alerts. Worked. Does this actually work? I can't remember. I think so. Oh, that's nice. No. So many so many mods. Camera, no. Engine relight, no. Climates. So if I could fix this now, that'd be great. So I don't forget. Oh yeah, vessel view. Hub. Fly-by-wire, no. Flight engineer, Eve. Scatterer, which I know I probably could just look around and make sense, but no, back job. Yeah, I think I do need to restart the game for the effect to go in, but hey, welcome in, Monbach. You doing all right? All right. So yeah, so I don't think that's. Let's go. I don't know where my scatter. Or maybe it's. Oh, you know what? It might be in the main page, or it might be something that I have to actually do the configs in the actual text document itself. Either way, I'll deal with that later. We'll figure it out. I don't mind the waves. I just need them to be a little bit more manageable. Okay, so let's go back to moist. Mod is waterfall. I thought waterfall dealt with the engine plumes. Okay, so let's do 0 for this for let's say toggle intake. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how that one works. Alright, and so now we're gonna just launch straight from the airstrip, and we're gonna see if the grass is a mortal enemy again. It shouldn't be though, but for those of y'all who just came in, we had to restart a game because our collisions were on everything, so it was a little too much. Nope, 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 that's not good. That's not good at all. Stop with that. Yeah, I need to get rid of that ground effects mod, because what that is there's one specific mod that is messing with the frame rate like that, and it's because it's trying to calculate the damage done. Alright, so this is more manageable. Oh, yeah, alright. Yeah, so it doesn't break on the grass, that's good. We do need to figure out this flight problem. Which ones? These ones? The very colorful ones, those are the Workjet Surge from the OPT mod. Scaled up? I thought I scaled this down. Either way, they're scaled in one of the ways to fit, and they're electric motors. Okay, so what, where, who? Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, so center of lift is above that. That's right. So this actually, what it is that needs to be turned down to like that, I think. Okay. We can actually move this forward a little bit. Move that back. Alright, there we go. The bluish ones. Oh, these ones. These are the anti-grav motor from... I don't remember which mod, but I feel like Near Future or something. One of the Near Future ones. Okay. Launch. Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, they're hovercraft engines. And so they basically... They're, well, technically not hovercraft, they're repulsor engines. But, you know, they let you hover, so... 6 of one, half dozen of another. Alright. So let's go ahead and we're just going to get ourselves over to the water real fast. And I want to see this freaking thing. We're trying to get ourselves submersible right now. Yeah. There we go. I freaking love this thing. And look at this. As long as we don't go too high on the thrust, we basically fly for free. Yeah, see, if we crank on the max thrust, we go pretty fast, but it also starts to kill our battery. Alright, so let's shut down all of our engines. Except this one. And let's hit some brakes, air brakes here. Nice, that actually is slowing down pretty well. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Kind of want to come to a much nicer stop. I don't like splashing down pretty heavily. Still taking a while though. Maybe we can scale these up a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we got that. Bouncing up and down. Let's open the intake. Right? Activate engine. Is that what that... Oh, here. Let's turn this one off. So what does turning on the engine do? Toggle mode? No. I'm not entirely sure what this engine is, it says. Missing ballast water. Alright, so we need a way to get ballast water into this, apparently. Yeah, I mean, it's seeming like there's not too many parts we need to add on here. We just need to figure out how to do it correctly. And then once we do it correctly, it's basically just, it's really low profile stuff. It's not a lot of stuff being added, which is nice because then we can still fly. This adding the engine was probably the biggest problem that we had. Alright, so let's go intake. Or should we check out ballast? I think maybe look at ballast instead. But we could actually, let's just put one of these here for now. Yeah, let's look at ballast. Water ballast tank, short version, all this. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. We'll see how that does. Oh, that's right. I wanted to scale these up. And I cannot. That's fine. That's right. Let's go ahead and launch yet again. Probably should just be launching from that launch pad next to the water, but it's kind of a pain to switch over to the VAB and launch there and then switch back to the spaceplane hangar after that, so it may just be easier to do the flying bit. And these wheels down don't make for good takeoff, but if I pop on the hover engines, it's basically not a problem at all. And that's because the wheels are too far back to be good fulcrums for the landing gear like a plane would be, but if we were to have them in a place like how a plane would have it, it wouldn't make for a very good rover. So there you go. Alright, so we're just gonna come down a little bit in speed and then drop into there and once again test it. I think we're close. I really feel like we're almost there. We've almost nailed it. If we can get the submersible part, I would say that I would call it a win for the whole stream today, because that is the next step that we need. We could possibly start looking at the jetpack, because I think that would be a good idea. I do know of a couple locations on our way where it's like, this is going to be very difficult for the whole craft. If we could just get if we could get just a singular Kerbal out there with a jetpack, that would suffice. All right. So, how do we do? Close intake. Open exhaust ballast. Open intake. Close vent. Shut down all engines. I need to have these on an action group, actually. That's what I need to do. Yeah, so I like... It works pretty well. Like, so like we know that the boat, like the boat aspect works. It's just a matter of getting it to constantly have, to constantly be put in place. What if I just dropped it down a little bit? Also, is it upside down? I think it might be upside down. Okay. So maybe if I drop it down a little bit, because if these waves aren't too ridiculous, yeah, like, that's the problem with the boat. Is when I physics warp, it goes a little wonky. It's a little hard to control. It's actually worse to drive. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I probably won't be on in a few hours, but I probably will be on tomorrow around the same time, maybe a little earlier. And we're just going to be continuing this process, build this vehicle out until it's capable of doing the round the world trip. And then after that, we're doing the round the world trip. And so you can hang out there. But thank you again, and hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, so I don't think these are it. I don't think that that's going to do. Let's go ahead and turn that back upside down. But yeah, if this is down, then that's going to make it a lot harder. So what if we just drop it down a little bit? Like that. It's probably going to start messing with things, I swear, because it's already clipping like crazy. Yeah, this whole thing is like cracking bait. Okay, got that. So that might be able to push us forward in the water. We shall see. But that still doesn't help us. What was the name of this? What was the name of the mod? Turbo fan. See, we could just make the Thunderbird 4 and call it a day, but yeah, see, I need to make a Thunderbirds video. That would be fun. I don't know what I would do, because they're all kind of like, you know, put them together, modular out of the package, hard to mess up, so I'm sure you could just fly it pretty easily, but control. Air brake. Let's just throw one of these on here right now. I actually don't even have a rover brain on there, but We'll have to fix that at some point. Where would you be? I swear I've gone through every single menu, but it has to be here because I have all the mods that I did before. Fuel tank. Okay, I'm just gonna go through these fuel tanks because I swear it's something. It's not that difficult. It can't be that difficult. Select fuel type. Liquid fuel. No. So it's not that. Liquid fuel fuselage. Yeah, one of these, if I remember correctly, I feel like it looks like one of these, and it just has the option for ballast. And that's it. It's like you can put ballast in there and you can take it out. It's too many mods. Gear down, no. Space plane fuel, no. Jet fuel. No, none of those. And there is stock ways. There are ways to do this in stock. Like you can have ore in a tank that adds weight, and then you can have that ore being deployed or withdrawn in a cargo bay. But I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, that's it. I don't feel like doing that. Valve, universal storage, RCS tank. Wow, I'm just not. Oh, junior liquid fuel? No, that's probably not it. It does have the option for liquids, though. Let's put that to the side. I feel like there's gotta be something, right? Yeah, so it can hold liquids. Drop tank. Drop tank. We don't need drop tanks because it's kind of like a one and done solution, and it'll drop you down and then you let go and it brings it back up, but then you have no more drop tank, so I don't think that's gonna work. Let's take this, get rid of that, let's get rid of this, go ahead and get ourselves an intake valve. There. Okay. Alright, now let's test it. I will just... no, it's just so much faster to launch from here and fly. That's alright. I mean, it's not faster. It's just less of a pain to do it that way. Alright. I am excited, though, because this craft is so much more capable than I ever had thought it would be. I kind of just started messing around the other day. Oh, I need to get these on action groups. Yeah, I was just messing around and I'm like, oh, this is a decent style, and then one thing led to another, and it actually ended up being pretty good. Oh, what did I just hit? That was fun. I think I need to calm down with the speed there for a second. I'm gonna need to watch the footage on that because that was not what I imagined. Why are you dragging? What is going on here? This doesn't make sense. Let me try that one more time. Yeah, the mod is waterfall. I still didn't see waterfall as one of the options here. No. Air racing. What? What is this? Oh, did I not? I don't know what this mod is. I don't even know what that mod is. Air racing. Oh, I'm gonna actually have to check that out. That sounds pretty freaking cool now. Okay, so maybe it was the engine here that got in the way. And kill the engine. Easy enough. It does not like to take off unless it's got the repulsors going. No, come on, come on. Oh, come on. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Take your eyes off the screen for like 2 seconds, I swear. Shut down all engines. Get this one. Oops, not the drill. Get this one going. Alright, can I just go? I can. Yeah, so it's actually low enough to dip into the water. But is it controllable? Yeah, see, that's where the problem is because it starts doing this jump. It's very fast. It's very nice. I like it, but that jump is not acceptable. Can't do it. And it makes driving very hard. Look at this. All right, let's take one more look at this sub mod. Okay, so we're gonna hit that. Alright. Okay, yeah, so that throws us upwards. Why does it do that? Settings and extras. Decoupled undocked parts. RCS becomes water thrusters. No, we don't need any of that. Okay, so if we drop it down by 5%. Apply. I mean, we're basically, you know, underwater. So this is the only problem, is that it pushes us upwards. Yeah, that's the only problem. If we can just get rid of that and push ourselves forward. Okay, maybe that's because this is off balance. Okay. So it's not the solution I wanted. I wanted a part that I could throw an action group on or something, but ooh, that's not. There we go. All right. So let's fix it. Launch from Cove launch site. Yeah, so I may just play around with using it as the mod, because that was surprisingly simple. That was just so simple. But I may do another attempt at the submarine later, see if there's if I can make more sense of the mod that it is that I was looking for, or that I thought it was. So do that and maybe take another stab at this. Let's try and get ourselves forward a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I love these waves. Very realistic, but sometimes it's just too choppy. Alright, where are you? Neutral buoyancy, full sink. So apply that. Apply that. Oh, why are you doing that? What you doing there? What you think you're doing there? Let's go ahead and close our landing gear. Okay. Bring ourselves up again. Yeah, so we're gonna need to figure out something else for that engine. I don't know. There's like no control there. So we're gonna need to make it. Let's see, what kind of engines we got? Moist. Again, we still don't have much of a need for this drill, so there's a real chance that this is going to get redesigned, because this back end will have nothing. I mean, we're just doing solar power at this point, so it means that we just can't travel. We just can't travel during nighttime, but. How do we keep ourselves from flipping upwards? I'm just not sure. I feel like it should be simple. I feel like there was another engine that we are missing or not looking at. Maybe I am missing the mod that I used before. I'll have to look through my mods list, but I thought I just grabbed the same. I thought I grabbed the same stuff. Maybe not. Swamp engine. Can I use that underwater? Hmm. Or what about a canard? Maybe that will give us a little bit of control underwater. We don't need yaw, but we'll do pitch and roll. Pitch and roll, that is. That is like super in the way, though. Oh yeah, I keep freaking messing this up. Alright, custom 1, toggle engines. Custom 2, toggle engines. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have the drill, the ore canister, and the convertitron, we're gonna need something to convert that into electricity, right? Or no, the convertitron can do that. No, it can't do that into electricity. It needs to do something. Oh, we're gonna have to redesign this whole back end. Ah, don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. I just realized, yeah, because there's really not a point to have it. Because there was when I was assuming that we would need to have actual liquid fuel to power this thing, but we've been electric only for so long now that I kind of want to just continue that trend, like make a fully electric vehicle, nice and efficient. So let's go ahead, hit enter, turn off that. There we go. P, shift. Yeah, why are you suddenly dragging like that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, something's going on back here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but... Or this, for that matter. I will have to take another look at this. I think I'm going to do that next time because I'm going to have to redesign all of this. But I do have a little bit of time left. So let's go ahead and hop into the VAB, open up a new thing real fast. Let's make this, make like a little tiny probe or something. Let's see, that's with reaction wheel, tiny little reaction wheel right there. And then a little battery. Tiny little battery right there. And then a tiny little seat. Where are you? Tiny little seat. With this. Oops. One of these, nice and easy. And then we want just a tiny little engine, no problem. But what kind of engine? That's the question. Because we can scale these things down, like this. Scale down like that is still... oh, it doesn't have any... it's missing the air intake. But we can also do other stuff. This scramjet engine. I'm just gonna play around with some ideas here. Like I don't know how serious this thing is gonna be, but ooh, what about a prop plane engine just hovering above? Liquid fuel. Like, if I could just get something that's just electric. Oh, you know what? Those, swamp fan. The swamp fan thing. Where is it? Let's see how that goes. I mean, these things are huge. Let's scale them down a little bit. Yeah. That might be interesting, actually. Okay, it's got like no control. It's got like, this is bare bones basic nothingness. But that's how that's where you got to start. You got to come up with a base and go from there. So we'll see. I might be starting this little rabbit hole too late in the day because I'm probably going to be ending my stream about 20 minutes or so, but okay. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, so this isn't going to work. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But let's get something else. I think if we can get an engine that's electric, woogie, woogie, woogie. If we can get an engine that is electric, so we're not wasting fuel or, needing fuel for that matter, we'll be good. Solid fuel, no, I don't need it. Alright, so what can we do? I don't know how to choose the electric engines. Be interesting if we could do something with that plasma or ion engines there. Sort by profile, advanced sorting. No, that doesn't do anything. Alright. So what about this? Could we do something with this? Like that, Maybe we'll scooch this in to make it look like it's connected. Like this little little helicopter thing. Yeah, because this rotor is electricity only. Okay, so alright, so I might go a little bit longer than that then. Have some time. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, because I feel like this might be a losing. It's just right in the head. I need to lift that up a little higher, but that's pretty hilarious. Alright. Okay. It is wee. I do love me a little wee copter. Okay. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright. But it's close, it's alright. So maybe instead of a copter, because I've made those before, and I could make it better, I could make it correctly, but I just kind of want to make something easy at the moment. So let's do jet engine. No, we need fuel. We need fuel for that. Dang it. Electricity. Folding electric prop. Yeah, because maybe we just need a little bit. So we don't need so much. Deploy propeller. That's. I kind of like the look of that. I know I said that we were going away from that, like immediately. I said that, but. Crew. I don't know what's going on there, but let's go ahead and launch that. Sorry about all the jingle jangles. That's my cat eating. Yeah, so the idea is if we can get like a tiny little copter that can be stowed away on the craft and then deployed and just taken out for like a little excursion. I think that'd be pretty cool. We did that in the first version. That's how we got to a few of the locations. Oh, all right. Well, that works. Okay, well, because it's not actually a helicopter. Oh, sorry for killing your phone. Watch it. I mean, streams are notorious for killing batteries. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's not a helicopter. That's still a propeller, so that's not technically what it's meant to do. But if we if we make it, let's see, folding electric propeller. I think I might have misspelled that. Yep. Fold. Ing. Oh, yeah, that'll do you. Folding electric propeller. Right here on the front, like that. And then, can we get some wings on here? Oh, those are huge. And sort by size. No, I didn't scrap the other design. I have to work on the tail end of it because I realized that I don't need the drill that I have. I mean, I might need the drill, but for now I don't need the drill. And so I realized I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fall down a rabbit hole if I start working on that right now. And so I'm going to do that in the next one. Yeah. Oh, there was a drill. There was a drill on the back of the rover, and it has a fuel converter, so that way we could dig up ore, convert it into fuel, and use that to travel. But since we've gone electric only, there's not really much of a need. We can still use it if we decide to dig up fuel and turn it into electricity, but we might not need that. So deployable wing. Not to be confused with deplorable wing. Yeah, it's not even gonna click on anything. I just want to have a little bit of control here. And I feel like if we were to just put something like this on, if I rotate that, will it rotate both? Yeah, it does. Shoot. And if do I need control surfaces here? If I have a powerful enough reaction wheel. It would be ideal is wings that could be deployed. As soon as I said that, I see a category called deployable control surfaces. But I mean, these are just grid fins. They're not actually wings, but I mean, they could be. Extend fins. They could be. Alright, let's bring that down a little bit. Mini copter. I kind of love this. There we go. Now, if only we could make this a little heavier here at the bottom to bring that center of mass down. What can we do here? Oh, docking port. We definitely need a docking port and possibly some landing gear. So that will help. Oh, could we just... Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. What about one of these? Just right there on the bottom. Just a little hovercraft. I kind of love the hovercraft. Alright. This is probably going to be super off balance too. It's going to be super off balance, but we will see. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's get these. Let's go. Put that on gear. Let's make this. These action groups are probably going to change around anyways. Toggle fins. Retract. And then we're gonna do toggle engine. No, toggle folded state. And yeah, actually we will want toggle engine, come to think of it. Toggle engine. You know what, we can toggle, where is it? Hover throttle, toggle intake, toggle reverse thruster? Set reverse thrust. No, we don't need that. Alright, so let's track propeller. That's fun looking. Yeah, let's try it. I'm interested. Oh, so the rules of the challenge. It's kind of simple. I had it at the beginning of... You're going to have to forgive me because it's kind of off the top of my head. I'm going to be going off of the ones to the last one, and when I start getting ready to do the challenge, I'm going to be going into doing the research that I did before. I have to find, the coordinates of all the places and track them down. I have to do all that. So at that time, I'll be nailing down the true rules of the challenge. But for the most part, it is I have to. Oh, look, it's almost a storm. I have to. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So the hover engine is not. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's get rid of that. But the rules of the challenge is I have to go to all of the different POIs on Kerbin, using the same vehicle or family of vehicles. So I can change the vehicle slightly, but it has to still be relatively the same vehicle. I'll get into that in a second. So the crew has to be able to travel to all the different places. The vehicle must be land, sea, and air capable, and it cannot be autopiloted. So we have a mod that allows you to set a destination and send a vehicle there in the background, and we do that for refueling. So we'll have a craft that will autopilot to a destination to meet us there and refuel us while we're going. But the actual crew itself cannot be autopiloted. Every step of the way must be I must be playing the game. Right, there we go. I feel like a ladder here might be in place. Whoops. What will I do after this challenge? Oh, I don't know. Anything. Possibly another series. I do a lot of career mode playthroughs, but I've been on a little bit of a hiatus lately, and so this is kind of my way of getting back into the swing of things a little bit more. Oh, let's get a light on here. But yeah, I don't know. I might do all sorts of stuff. Scale. Oh, it doesn't have scale. What would be the best place for this? Probably... yeah. Alright, so we're going to do 4. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if it'll work this way. No, it will not. I was hoping to kind of put them on this thing right here, but I don't think that's going to happen. We can still put it here. We just don't need so many of them. Let's actually kind of angle this down a little bit. I know this is probably not the most necessary thing to do, but I do think it's starting to get into the nighttime, so having some sort of lighting would be useful. Actually, I think there's a light on the docking port. We might not need lights pointed down because there might be... Yeah, we don't need lights pointed down. Let's get rid of that. Let's put this back on. And I guess let's just put them right here. Alright. That'll do. That's fine. That's good enough. Probably gonna want gear of some sort, some kind of stabilizing feet, but I don't know what would be ideal for that. Is that as small as you can get? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I mean, I guess these would be ideal because they're tiny. Yeah, I mean, those would be. I mean, I like other legs better. Like, I like different types of legs better, but I don't think you can get small enough with these ones. Micro. Oh no, macro. Okay, I was gonna say it's micro. You gotta be kidding me with that. All right. Okay, that's good enough here. Start retracted. What else are we gonna need? There was something else that I said that we were gonna want. I haven't even tested to see if this flies yet, so I'm probably getting way ahead of myself. I mean, we are gonna need solar panels and whatnot, but let's see. Let's test it. The robotic stuff is a lot of fun, but yeah, it is a steep learning curve. I'm not gonna pretend that it's not. It's difficult, but you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, and you can make your missions, like, you can take them to the next level with that kind of learning the robotics. Look how tiny that is. Okay, that has a lot of control there. Maybe let's turn this down a little bit. Turn this off entirely. These, I think, need to be a little more rigid, but we'll see. Too. These need to be perfectly rigid. All right. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, so this is a plane, not a helicopter. Yep, so that's absolutely not going to work. I knew I was getting ahead of myself. Okay. But we can possibly do that. And I think this needs to be actually facing that way. pretty sure. So let's get rid of these for now. No, let's actually get rid of the seat entirely. Yeah, let's get rid of the seat entirely. Let's turn down the authority. Right. Still quite a lot of thrust to weight, so that's pretty good. Alright, actually, let's change that wheel authority. No, we'll keep it that. Let's try this again. Oh, I needed to put the dampening on the spring. Oh, I can do it right now. Perfect. Okay. Strength, I think, all the way up. I feel like that is correct. I can't remember. But yeah, with the robotic stuff, you can actually do actual helicopters. That's what I should be doing. I should just put a Cal controller on here, throw some legitimate helicopter rotors, and, you know, put in the due diligence. But I'm being lazy. But if I can be lazy and get through, I mean, you know, that's the beauty of mods. And, oh, it's raining! Yay. Okay, so that's W. Okay. All right. Yeah, about as easy to control as the other ones are, so, you know, doing something right. I do need a way to understand which way is forward. But, you know, technically, we can actually just, yeah. So if we can learn how to, pilot that a little bit better and focus ourselves so we know which way is the correct way, I think we'll be pretty good. All right, so let's see. Okay, so let's. What we're going to do here is we're just going to do a quick little test to see which way everything turns. It probably is a lot easier than what I'm going to be doing, but this is good enough. So let's do that red. Let's do that green. All right, that's good enough. Yeah, so I just need to figure out which way is the front, which way is the back, so that way I will always know which way to turn my keys, because it becomes very difficult very quickly. Might need to come up with, like, an escape, an ejection seat possibility. Why won't the lights go on? All lights on. I just want all the lights are on. Okay, so W. Oh, that's easy. W is this way. Okay. that's fine. Okay, let's try that again. Hold on. Now that I know, I want to see, because if I know which way to go and I can control myself, maybe I can just turn the RPM down so it's just not as extreme, you know? See, these are the things that I needed to test and figure out long before starting the journey. Alright. So yeah, I can basically just make myself a plane, you know, like this. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, so yeah, so we do lose control pretty quickly after hitting speed. Okay, so that is something to know. Alright. But good to know. So, let's go ahead and lift this up like that. You can go ahead and get rid of these lights. Actually, this light, this light. I'm gonna get rid of that antenna for right now. So I'm gonna do, oops. Alright, and then let's get that seat put back there. Where is it? There you are. And facing the correct way. There we are. Maybe this a little higher too. I want something just so it's not free floating. It doesn't really matter, but you know, it makes me feel better. Yeah, struts might work. Let's see. Yeah, struts are where? I know this is not what you said, but okay, no, I want to just check something on there. Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That looks beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, let's go. Let's get a Kerbin in there. And let's launch. Oh yeah, the yellow might look cool too. Yeah, I do like the structural element that it's got right there. I might even make it into 3 because I think that might look kind of cool actually. Alright. Nice. Any tips for the piston? Oh, no tips at the moment. It took me so long to figure out all the things that I did figure out, and I don't really remember. Oh, these are backwards. Yeah, so we have absolutely no aerial control. No, authority control once we get up to speed. So that's going to be an issue. Let's see. Let's get those radial out. You should be able to control, but it'll snap to vertical when you let go. Say it's to radial out. Let's see. There's only. Yeah, but if I snap it to radial out, I won't be able to kind of really push my direction very well. I really should just turn this. I should just get this into a freaking helicopter. Robotics. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's stop messing around. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this kind of by memory alone, so forgive me if I do it incorrectly or it takes frickin' forever. Yeah, I think I should just do it this way. I think I should just bite the bullet and make the helicopter. Because I'm trying to turn it into a plane, but then in turning it into a plane, I start, it goes fast and I have to fly like a plane. That's not exactly what I had in mind. Where are the rotors? Oh, here. There we go. Collapsed. Alright, can I do it small? Can I go small? Okay, deploy. Alright, so they're extended. Alright, I feel like that's all I need for that. I don't remember. Hold on, build. Alright, Cal controller. Authority limiter or deploy angle? I think it was deploy angle. Alright. And then open track editor. What was it? This? 0. I think this is so 0. And then you come over here, click on this one, and that's 0. Right. Length, time 2.5. Right. So no. 2.5. No. I think it's like, I guess you find the middle. Add the point, right? So that's 0. Then you bring this one up to that. Is that correct? I don't know if that's correct. I don't know that I did that correctly. So let's go ahead and save. Let's just try it out. I don't know. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll remind myself, relearn or familiarize myself with that. Just a little headcopter. Refamiliarize myself with this process. Yeah, that's right. I need to. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do if I want to actually make this a thing, because this is not how any of this works. I just remembered that. None of this is how that works. I have to do so much more than just that. Yeah, so this little mini copter thing is actually pretty difficult. I've made one of these before. I went absolutely bonkers trying to get it to work. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do. I might be calling the stream soon, but let's see what else we got that we can handle. Miscellaneous. What if we... Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's that weird one. Yeah, see, that's what I that's what I had done before. That's what I remembered. That's what I had to do before, but I just don't remember the exact steps right now. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. I've been streaming for a while. I think I might be coming to the end of the stream because I'm starting to just sometimes you need to know when your productivity fails and when it's like, okay, you know what, this is a good enough time to just stop and go do something else, because then you end up just banging your head against the keyboard trying to get a design to work, and potentially the design should never have worked anyways. It's like, oh, you're following this train of thought that happened when you were not in your right mind. And so it's like, why are we even doing this? 10 a.m. when you work till 4:30. I'm one of those weird people. I like mornings. I like waking up really early. So sometimes I will actually just I'll go to bed early just so I can wake up early. What is this? What is this from? Oh, I don't think that's what I want. I feel like there's something here that could just be kind of fun to tack on real fast. I want the swamp engine to work so much. I want this to be a thing. No. Like if I do that, right? And I do this. Is it going to be terrible? Like, let's get rid of this. Let's take these down. Let's put it like that. And let's actually even scale this down so it's not even so big. Like that, right? And then... electrical. No, that's too much. that's too much. That's... Yeah, like that, right? No, that's folded. And like that. I don't know why it's tilted like that, or why it's hovering. Then bring it down, and then rotate it again like that. What about this, right? Just a tiny little thing. I might want to actually get the IVA thing. Yeah, I should probably turn off the reaction wheel for that. Change the... I think the swamp fan doesn't actually adjust. I don't think it fights that, but let me see. This is a good point. Oh. Wow, we are really happy. Yeah, this is... I don't know why that's reverse. Oh, we have no liquid fuel. Why would we need liquid fuel? I thought this was electric. Oh, maybe I grabbed the wrong one. I don't know. I don't think this is really worthwhile. I wanted, I wasn't really looking for a hovercraft. I wanted, a little jetpack anyways, so get rid of that. We don't need that. Yeah, no, I don't think this is where it is gonna be at. So let's get rid of that. I think this Land Shark 2. Oh yeah, that's right. We had one more test I want to do with the canard. So let's just do that, and then let's call it a day. Hopefully, lunch. Yeah, so we're going to revisit the minicopter once I can remember how to build it as an actual helicopter. Because of the fact that we're going to redesign this craft as well, because of the back end not necessarily needing the fuel, we may, I don't know, we may keep it. I'll have to do some thinking during that time, but yeah, if we could put the little minicopter on here, that could be kind of cool. Let's go ahead and get ourselves down the runway. Yeah, this thing fights me so much. Why? I don't know why you want to do that, but... Flip over. Yep, just doing backflips. That's alright, whatever. Yeah, so there's something wrong with our balancing here. It's kind of... Yeah, I don't blame you guys. Don't blame the nervous looks. Oh, alright, well, there you go. Let's go ahead and do that. God, I love IVA mode. I think I mentioned that before. Yeah, I will need to, like, yeah, you're right. I will need to look at the F12, but At this point, I'm going to be redesigning it anyway, so there's not too much of a point. About to start hitting our speed limit warning. 25 meters per second, and there it is. Let's go ahead and turn that up. Right, so we are in the water now. And if I were to drop us a little bit, see, I want it on action groups instead of having to do it like this, but I want to do that. Alright, so that drops us. And then if I were to turn that on, that off, and turn it up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna need to look at what I'm doing actually. Alright, because before what it did was it, oh yeah, weird. Why are you going all sideways? Before what it did was it lifted us up to the surface, like it just shot us upwards. So it's better that it's not doing that now. Why? Are you controlling? Oh, you know what? Gimbal? No, we don't need that. I mean, technically, I don't think we need gimbal because we've got this. Where are you going? Yeah, what are you doing? And also, this is just a heavy car, not actually a submarine. I want it to be able to cruise at mid-level. Yeah, because there's actually no buoyancy here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's just pushing downwards. I'm barely throttling here. Yeah, we need to figure something else out with this. Okay, so if I turn that off, we should end up raising to the surface, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. So we raise to the surface. And it's emptying. Okay, okay. That might actually... Okay, you know what? This might be working. This might be working now. Hold on, let's see. Hey, no problem, Beaks. I'm actually about to head out anyway, so you're probably not going to be missing much. I'll be streaming tomorrow, I think. I'm not entirely sure when, but around the same time probably. But anyways, great seeing you again. Glad you enjoyed my stream, and hope to see you again. Okay. Okay, so it's taking on liquids. So if we just time warp a little bit, will you take on enough liquids to sink? Maybe I just need a more powerful vent. Okay. No. Okay, so the ballast keel is actually what I needed. Let's close the vent for now. Because I just want to be able to be neutrally buoyant, you know? And what would, okay. So 5. Alright, so that does that. Can I use these engines underwater? I can. Interesting. Oh shoot, now I feel bad because I think Beaks might be missing something interesting here. Okay, but it doesn't actually go very fast. And that is one of the problems, is that we wanted to be able to cover some distance here, but if it's not very fast, that's not ideal. But, you know, 5 ounces of liquid water basically is enough to create what we need. Is enough to create the depth that we need. Interesting. Yeah, and I'm like full throttle right now, and it's just not very fast. Alright, so this, yeah, so that's not gonna work. We are gonna need actual, let's kill that. Yeah, we're gonna need an actual actual engine. Yeah, see, look at that. Now we're actually cruising 45 meters per second. But it is like fighting me. Yeah, see if we can just keep it from doing that. I think, yes, look at this. We're getting like friction here. I don't even, there's like nothing to see around us. It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know why it pushes us downwards when we do this. Ooh, okay. We almost hit the bottom there. Why did our engine die? Flame out, intake liquid deprived. Open intake, okay. This is cool though. We are in the thick of the bottom. Look at that. What is that? Yeah, so this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun journey. And see, the thing is if I do need to get fuel, well, here, I'm gonna need to go to the bottom of the ocean to do it. Okay. Gotta pay attention to where I'm going. Alright. Yeah, so some of what we'll be doing is this. If we throw on, yeah, let's go ahead and just get out of that view. Yeah, we are booking it. Yeah, we'll be getting rid of that ground, the thing that's making this visual. We're going to be getting rid of that mod. Look at that! If I get better lighting on here, this could actually be a pretty interesting part of the journey. Is the engine okay? Did I figure it out just by the simple fact of? No, it's still pushing us. It's still pushing us downwards and doing these weird things. Yeah. Yep. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Alright. But I think that is... Ooh, nope, not like that. That is where I'm going to leave today's stream. I did quite a lot. I'm pretty happy with their design. And I am so glad you guys are following along with me, coming by, even if you're watching after the fact. I really appreciate it. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for another Kerbal stream. If you did think about subscribing, drop me a like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. And they're dead. Once again, just a ghost craft. Take care, everybody.